Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head shave time today. I'm going to have a couple of days off with the face shave, so this is my first day's growth. I might shave tomorrow, I might leave it till Saturday, have 3 days growth. I've got no idea, I'll just see what happens. Going to use, as you can see from the photograph and the description, the Art of Shaving Lemon Essential Oil. Brush or brushless. This stuff was sent to me from Kenny Reberal and it smells like a lemon, sort of a lemon cheesecake, lemon butter. It's not a strong scent, it probably sits around about a 3 out of the tub. But yeah, it's really nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little scoop of it on my finger. Now you can see, it is a cream. So get a dollop of that. All I do is I just rub it on the inside of my Saponificio Varicino shaving bowl, which looks like that. Now I have used this, not on myself, I've actually used it on my wife, on my wife's legs, and it worked an absolute treat. So I'm sort of hoping I can get the same results on my own head. Okay, TF custom shaving brush made by Tony Forsyth over here in Australia. This is my channel commission brush, another Cut Above with Chris. Beautiful brush, really is. Phantom Nebula is a colour. If you ever go onto the site and you just wondered what it looks like, that is Phantom Nebula. The photograph might look not too bad. I think I got a pretty good photo of the colours this time, but it's beautiful. Black, sort of purpley blue, and then a sort of pinky purple. It really is very nice. So let's dip that in the water, squeeze out the excess and flick out quite a fair bit because you don't need a lot of water with these creams. I'm going to need more than what I've got in my brush, but it's better to start with little and add into creams than it is to do it any other way. So that there is as much as I'm going to get. So all I'll do is I just dip the tips and straight back in. And as you can see, straight away it starts building up. Oh, I can smell it already. Yeah, it smells lovely. Really light, zingy, creamy lemon scent. Very, very nice. Well, I hope everyone's been having a lovely week so far. It's Thursday, so we're over that hump day that most people have trouble with. I don't really have a hump day. Every day is the same for me. I work most days, including Saturdays and Sundays. Starting to whip up now. Now with this cream, it still aerates a little bit, but not quite as much as some others. But I find even when it's aerated, you just need to add some more water to it. When you think it's right, just add a bit more water and it will be right. That's what I find with these creams anyway. Slowly getting to the consistency that I want. I did put quite a fair bit of cream into the bowl today, so I'm expecting to have to spend a little bit more time whipping it up. I got a message from Ken Surse today on yesterday's video for Petrichor, and he was saying that he gave me a shout out, so I haven't even had time to watch it, Ken. So if you watch this, mate, I will be watching it hopefully today, depending on time. It's my two boys, it's their school discos today at school, so they'll get home from school pretty much now and get ready for the discos starting at 4 o'clock. Just dipped it again, and that's probably the last dip because it's almost where I want it to be, this cream, the lather. So I've just dipped the brush because I think it's almost there, and it just puts that little bit extra moisture in there, and then boom, you've got exactly what you want. Or I have anyway. As you can see, that's the lather there. The scent, because you've added so much water, the scent does really decrease. It's not quite as strong as it is out of the tub. I'd probably say it's around about a 3 now. But it's a nice lemon scent. I do like citrus scents. The good thing with it being so sort of light, it's not going to be much of an issue for people with sensitive skin, I wouldn't think, as opposed to a really strong citrus scent. So there we go, look at all those peaks on there. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's wet the head. Now I've literally just come in from work about 25 minutes ago, so I haven't had a shower, haven't done nothing. This is why I like cold water shaving. Have a shave whenever you want. It's a great brush. It's great for face lathering and bowl lathering, if I'm honest. It's got a 26mm tuxedo-like knot, so it's not a tuxedo knot that's in this one, but it is a knot similar to a tuxedo. It isn't as soft, but it is soft. There's no scritch to it. It's got good scrub. It's interesting to see how this performs. Like I say, it worked wonders on my wife's legs. Okay, the Wunderbar. Once again, this is my go-to head shaving razor now. Believe it or not, I've got 3 razors left in my den at the moment. I've got my Wunderbar, my Mergress, and my One Blade, and that's it. I still have the other 2 razors, but they're up for sale. The R41 and the Merca 34C. So I can't imagine they'll be in the den for much longer. But I'm just sort of aiming towards actual products themselves now. I'm starting to really settle into what razors I like, what blades I like. And as much as I would love to keep trying all the new razors and things like that, I just can't afford to. Soaps I can, and they're pretty easy to trade, pretty easy to sell as well. As you can see, the lather hasn't dissipated at all. It looks pretty good. And here we go. So I've got a brand spanking new. Check out the label. See if you can guess what blade it is. That's right, it's a Kai blade. No labelling, there's nothing on the blade either. So yeah, expensive blades with nothing written on them. Now the Kai blades, I find them very smooth to begin with, still sharp, but I find they get smoother and sharper after each shave, up to 6 or 7 shaves I find very comfortably. I think the last Kai blade that I used, pretty sure it did 5 head shaves and 2 face shaves I think, and it could still have went for longer, but it's paid for itself then, more than paid for itself. So I don't mind chucking it in the bin then. So as you can probably tell, I'm going with the grain at the moment. I do have 2 days growth, so I like to just knock it down and then finish it off and sort of polish it up, if that makes sense. And once again, just with the Wunderbar, I say it every head shave, I think it's quite important for head shaves, and if this could be the first time you've watched a video, the sides of the Wunderbar, where you would normally have exposed edges of your blades, there is none. So in terms of safety for your head, for head shaves behind your ears and things, this razor is superb for that. I've never worried that I haven't even put any lather. I'm never worried that I'm going to cut the sides of my ears or anything like that with this. Obviously with the blade you run that risk, no problem. If you notice there, I actually went against the grain just behind my right ear, because I have some problems here with the Wunderbar cutting a little part, cuts it nearly every time, well not nearly every time, but just cuts it a few times. How am I looking on the back? The lather looks okay, but I'm just gonna, it looked alright, just gonna invigorate it a little bit. Well, that first pass was very, very comfortable. Very smooth. Residual slickness. No, there's not much residual slickness at all. But I'm starting to think that the Wunderbar is part of the problem with it, because it's so efficient. Doesn't feel like an aggressive razor, but it's so efficient. I think it is actually removing pretty much all of the lather right down to the skin. Now, it's not a major issue, but for you head shavers out there, you understand that you need, and people that go against the grain, residual slickness is almost needed. Right, against the grain. Yeah, I mean there's nothing left behind there. Even with a bit of water, it just seems to strips the lather clean off. but still, it's performing pretty good. The actual lather itself is pretty slick. It feels protective enough. I'm not going to cut myself quite as easily. Now, as you can see, on the back of my head I'm quite nice and quick, because I'm not too worried about the razor actually cutting me. Just having to sort of, I mean, I'm shaving pretty quickly here, but I'm still having to reinvigorate this lather a bit because it is sort of dissipating. So that's the second pass down, and there's hardly anything left on there now, if I'm honest. It's very, very close. I'm just going to empty the water out because it's a little bit too itchy now. It's filthy, if I'm honest. Right, back to the bowl, and as you can see, so the lather, it's got beautiful peaks on it. You can't really, I can't argue with the lather itself. It just seems to be dissipating a little bit on my head, but it could be just the fact that it's sat on there for so long. It's certainly thick and creamy. dry. Just going to add a bit of water. I know it's a little bit late for water now, third pass, final pass, but it just needs a little bit of water, just for a bit of slickness. Yeah, it's a lovely gloss to it now. It's just looked a little bit dry. Right, that'll do. And here we go, just a quick touch up here. Yep. Sorry guys, I'm back. As you can see, the ladder's a little bit dissipated. I had to shoot off there and help the wife. So I'm just going to whap some more on. Jesus. Yeah, it is an impressive ladder, I have to say, but it's not the slickest. But it's not got the most residual slickness for me anyway. If I'm brutally honest as well, my skin feels, I think it feels a little bit dry. No idea how long this video has been, but I feel like I've been here for about an hour. Yeah, I'm getting some real juddering with this soap. It's not allowing the blade to slide. Like a Wickham, Phoenix and Bowl, Barrister Man Sterling, all those ones have got just incredible slickness. This one I feel like at the moment, if I lose my concentration, it's going to take a chunk out of me. Right, let's just wet the back of my head here and see what the slickness is like, and just take some of the soap with me. Yeah, it's pretty average. As a head shaver, would I recommend it to other head shavers? No, I wouldn't, no. Definitely not. And it's not that there's not enough water in there. It could be my water. Hard water does tend to cause a lack of slickness. But this is quite significant in my opinion. I feel like I'm running the risk with every stroke. But in the end, I've still finished off with a BBS shave with no nicks, cuts, creepers or weepers, so I can't really complain in that regard. It's just not, it's not comfortable. You're always sort of on edge when you've got a soap like this when you're going to go against the grain. But one of the most important parts of it is residual slickness. So yeah, it's pretty average if I'm honest. Lemon, Thayer's witch hazel. Thayer's lemon witch hazel, whatever way you want to say it. A little splash of that one. In terms of irritation, it's not really anything. Got a little bit of a very light tingle on the back of my head, but nothing all to worry about. I'm looking over in the mirror behind me and I'm not getting any, there's no sort of redness or anything like that. I mean, it is a little bit, I don't know whether you guys can see, it is a little bit red in patches, but overall I think it's been a good shave. Right, while that's drying in, we can re-look at what I've used. The art of shaving, lemon essential oil, brush or brushless. Smells superb out the tub, it really does. Smells lovely, like a lemon curd or a lemon cream or a lemon cheesecake, that sort of scent. Sort of sweet lemon that's not a sour in your face citrus lemon. Now, it lathers really easily, needs a lot of water. It seems to make quite a stable lather. It's not like full of airy bubbles or anything like that. It is now because it's been sat up for quite some time. But using it straight away, you wouldn't have that issue. It goes on thick, it's nice and creamy. It smells, oh, it's almost scentless now if I'm brutally honest, but you can see the amount of air bubbles in there now. They've just built up just as it's been sitting there. So it does dissipate a bit if you don't get it off quick enough and you don't actually shave fast enough. Shaving wise, it's pretty good. It's got reasonably good slickness with the lather. As soon as that lather's off my head, the slickness is gone, there's nothing left. There's no residual slickness, there's no slickness from anything. Even adding water does nothing. So it's pretty poor in that, from that standpoint. It'll be interesting once I use a few of the Barrister Man, the Reserve and the new Glissant on my head, just to see whether it's the razor itself, because this razor, the Wunderbar, is super efficient. I can't explain or describe how efficient this razor is. I think it's taken it right down to the skin and it's not leaving anything for residual slickness, so that could be part of the problem, like I keep saying, repeating myself. The brush, custom TF, custom shaving brushes made by Tony Forsyth over here in Australia. The cast itself is made in Western Australia where I live, and they're turned over in the eastern states. It's got quite a nice scent now to it from the lemon essential oil. I have cleaned this out, and as you can see it's a 26mm, but the knot's beautiful, very densely packed. It is not an official tuxedo knot, but it's pretty damn good. I mean, this is lovely. I would never not recommend these knots to anyone. I think they're very soft, they're very dense, they've got lots of backbone, and they're great for face lathering and bowl lathering. You can't go wrong with them. Thayer's Lemon Witch Hazel, and I'm going to finish off again. I enjoyed this yesterday. It goes with the scents of today, the Lucky Tiger aftershaves and face tonic. So I'll give that a bit of a shake. Oh yeah, smells lovely, really does. It's actually got, it's quite similar in scent to Elvado Royal Tahitian Lime, which has got lime, orange and lemon in it, and that's what I get from this. I get a whole range of citrus from this stuff, and it's very, very nice. And the ingredients list for it, even though it's pretty mass produced, is excellent. So other than that, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. I have got my giveaway still running. It will be drawn on Saturday. It's only a little one, but still, it's another thing that's going out there. I will let you know that I have ordered, and hopefully we'll receive in 2 to 3 weeks my 1000 subscriber giveaway main prize to go with, along with a couple of other bits and bobs. So yeah, another lovely shave with a pretty decent cream. Would I recommend it? Probably not. I'll try it on a face shave, see if it makes any difference. I don't think it will, but I will try it. Yeah, I've had a good shave, but it was just a good shave. Anyway guys, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.